Hi, CBC, class of 2023, sometimes known as Rising Juniors through the pre-registration process. This is Mr. Gillard from the counseling office walking you through the way to make your request for classes for next year, referred to around CBC as pre-registration. Okay, we're just going to take it top to bottom, and you will have, if you haven't already, you will have a visit into your advisory from a counselor or from Mr. Heat to review this process with you. And this is just to support that for anyone who has missed that or might need to hear something again. Your counselors are great people to reach out to with any questions you have about the process, as are your current teachers in any subject area. If you have a question about how you might be placed for next year, or whether or not a class is a good match for you, or if you're having trouble deciding between a couple of different options, your teachers and your counselor are great people to reach out to, and we're always happy to talk with you guys about this process, of course. It's a process that starts around now, mid-January to late January, and then it continues really through the end of March for the most part, and then your schedule is generated sometime in the summer. But it's a long process, and we really want to help you guys get into the classes that you want to be in, that'll benefit you and that you will learn your best in for next year. So let us know what you need as you go through the process. I'm just going to start by mentioning, for all decisions about pre-registration, the online course guide, which from the pre-registration portal is findable right here through the online course guide. It's also a button. It's also possible to find this through your Google browser. Just Google CBCHS course guide and it'll come right up. So in the course guide, you can see here over on the right, there are all the different subject areas. You could click on any of these. Maybe we will in a minute. Before I click on any of those, though, I want to show you that right on the home page here on the course guide are all of the dates. You see we're right here in the midst of January 12th through 29th when we visit all of the advisories. And then what happens after you submit your requests, and then pre-registration process will be complete on March 29th. Now, couple really important things to remember in the course guide. Graduation requirements right up here. If you click on graduation requirements, you will be reminded that you need 3 units of social studies to graduate from CBC. If you're not in the honors program, that is something to keep in mind as you're making your choices. If you're not in the honors program in social studies, you do take a half unit freshman year, a half unit sophomore year, a full unit junior year, which adds up to 2 units, and then you take a half unit as a senior government class. That's 2.5. You need 3 to graduate. So just keep that in mind as we head in. But you can also see fine arts here. You're required to get a unit of fine art, PE, how that works, half unit of health before you graduate, and so on. It's all right here under graduation requirements. Then for each subject area, you just have so much great information here that you could click on. Let's click on science, for example. And course descriptions of every single class are available. Prerequisites are right there, whether it's a 1 credit class or a half unit class, half credit class, 1 semester or 2 semesters. You can find that out here. You can also see prerequisites. Physics, for example, does not have a prerequisite as it's open to freshmen. And then for a lot of the different subject areas, you can click on a course sequence diagram. Let's look at science quickly here. Most of you take physics as freshmen, then chemistry, then biology as a junior. If you're in the honors program, you're taking honors physics, honors chem, and then one of these as a junior. Almost always, well, okay, there it is, required, AP Bio. And you see the different options depending on what path you're on. The different options for senior year are listed right over here on the right. Okay. Just know that the course guide is there to answer 95% of your pre-registration related questions. Okay, so let's get into it. Here we are back on the portal here where we can start making choices. So as you're rising to junior year, let's start with world language. You do have to make some choice here, even if it's no world language at the bottom of the screen, okay? There it is down there, no world language. So you have to make a choice somewhere. Most of you are in your second year of a world language this year as sophomores, many of you are. There's no world language required to graduate from CBC. We nudge all of our students to try to get to 2 years at least because so many colleges do like to see 2 units of world language on your transcript. As a result, many of you are taking your second year now. If that's you, you have a decision to make about whether or not you're taking a world language as a junior. We counselors do suggest that if you're doing well in world language and you like it and you want to learn more, certainly go ahead and register for Spanish 3 or French 3 or Chinese 3. It's really if you're being intellectually satisfied and challenged in the class and you want to keep learning, it's a great class because it shows colleges that you're choosing to take a rigorous class that you don't have to take. And I would say the same thing about fourth year of world language too. There could be a benefit if you get through 4 years of world language, depending on the university and the major you choose. There could be a way that gets you out of world language related electives in college. So that would be a reason to consider taking 4 years of a language. That being said, you don't have to graduate from CBC. You can graduate from CBC with 0 units of world language. If you are someone who hasn't taken world language freshman or sophomore year, and you want to try it, junior year is the time to try it. And you would take Spanish, Chinese, or French 1 as a junior. For any other questions, anything that leaves those kind of basics of world language, come and see your counselor. We'll help you make an educated decision around that, or talk to your current world language teacher if you're a second year person to get suggestions for next year. Okay, language arts. All you do is choose English, and that's it. You're all taking English 3 next year. Some of you are taking AP English 3, some are taking Honors English 3, some are taking English 3. You are placed in the level of English or language arts by your current English teacher primarily. The English department, I should say, for any core subject area. The department makes the call, led by your current teacher in that subject area. So you have no choice to make here. You just choose junior English. Junior math, same thing I said for English. As sophomores, you are in a large variety of different maths. Some of you, maybe most of you, are taking geometry this year. Most of you will take Algebra 2 next year as juniors. Some of you are taking Advanced Algebra 2 Trig this year, might be taking Pre-Calculus next year. Some of you are doubling up in math this year. You might be taking Pre-Calculus next year. So your current math teacher makes the call there. Any questions, talk to that teacher, but it's another decision you do not have to make. PE is really health. We're kind of disguising it here. You have to take health before you graduate. If you haven't taken it through your first 2 years, consider knocking it out as a junior if you have room. If you don't take it next year, if you choose no health and you haven't taken it and you're not taking it now, you'll have to take it senior year. Before you graduate, you have to take health. You make the call if you want to go for a junior year or not. Religion. All of you are taking morality and Christian vocation. And then you're either taking world religions or honors world religions next year. There are prerequisites for honors world religions that are GPA related. I believe it's 3.0 or higher GPA. But if you're inclined to take honors-y courses, go ahead and choose honors world religions. If not, choose regular world religions. Just with the alt religion B, that's leftover functionality from seniors choosing their classes when they have a number of different electives they can choose. If you choose world religions, make your backup plan honor your alternate religion be honors world religions and vice versa. Okay. All right. We are up to junior year science. Again, no decision to make. You guys are all taking bio next year and you'll be placed into either AP bio or bio. Talk to your science teacher if you have questions, and same thing for history. You're all taking a full unit of US history next year, and the specific rigor level will be decided by your current teacher. All right. So just by choosing those things, including Spanish 3, you can see down here, I am at 6.5 units. In fact, just to make it a little more usable, I'm going to choose no world language up here. So now if you scroll down, the total units you're always going to be looking at are 5.5. Your job is to get this number to 7. Every student has to make that number equal 7 or you won't be able to submit. By the way, you're not submitting your choices when we visit your advisories or necessarily when you're watching this video. You have to hit submit by Monday, February 8th, the day after the Super Bowl. Monday, February 8th at 3 p.m. is the deadline to submit your choices. So you have plenty of time to get this done. All right, so I'm at 5.5 units. How do I get that up to 7? The answer to that is by choosing electives. So I noticed when I looked at the graduation requirements earlier on the course guide, I noticed I have to take personal finance in order to graduate. I haven't taken it yet. I'm going to take it as a junior. So I just added personal finance, which is a half unit credit, and I see it there and I notice, okay, I'm up to 6, from 5.5 to 6 because I've added personal finance. I also know I need to get a unit of fine arts before I graduate. And I remember as a freshman, I took piano. And so I know I need another one, and I don't want to have to take one senior year, so I'm going to go ahead and knock that out as a junior. So I'm going to take, in addition to piano, I am going to try something related to the visual arts. So I am going to take painting. There we go, and now I'm up to 6.5. On my way to 7. I've always wanted to take sports marketing. There we go. I have room for it. I'm going to put it in and I'm at 7. Am I done? No. The last thing I have to do is choose 5 alternate electives. And what the alternate electives are is the backup plan for what's above. So I am saying this is what I want in my classwork for next year. These are the electives I want to take, and these are the core classes I want to take. If I can't get into any of these electives, the software will search your alternate electives in order from top to bottom. So I'm going to go ahead and choose 5 alternate electives down here, and I'm going to put them in the order of how much I want to take the classes. I'm going to go ahead and put modern warfare on there because I know I'm not in the honors program. I'm going to need an extra half unit of social science at some point. And I'm going to choose modern warfare. I know it's a social science because I checked the course guide and read the course description. I also love rock and roll and want to learn about the music my parents like. So I'm going to take a historical class on rock history and learn about that. You see, none of these additions are changing the total units of 7. That will stay the same because this is the backup plan. I also want to take yearbook, and I want to take intro to business. Now, the order here matters. I want to take business law more than I want to take modern warfare, and I want to take that more than I want to take any of these 3 down here. So the order here matters because as we can't fit things, we'll just go 1 to 5. Okay. Other information, and then once you have all 5, see how submit now is pressable? It's pressable because I have 5 here and I have total units of 7. Okay. New courses for next year include Digital Media 2. Photoshop 2 is no longer available. Digital Media 2 kind of replaces that. And Cybersecurity 2. Wondering what those involve? You know where to go, the course guide. And so give these requests a lot of thought and make sure you're making informed, good decisions about them because we don't want to be making schedule changes in the fall unless we really, really, really have to. And we have to make many, many fewer schedule changes in the fall and in the summer when you guys give this really good thought and talk to your teachers and your counselors and make good decisions about these things, okay? So do your best on there. And you have to submit by the day after the Super Bowl, February 8th at 3 p.m. And thank you very much for your time. We're looking forward to helping you guys work through this process, and we're available. Just reach out when you need us. Thank you.